say yes, we are here. So Oluwaseun, Esheo, thanks for joining again tonight. So I cannot but mention people's names. I have to acknowledge Temitope Idowu. You were the first person, right? That's good. Babatunde Akorede Olusegun, Adeola Elsie Folawewo, Omoya Jowo Adeshola, David Ayelabola, Bankole Ann, Bolanle Ogunbanjo Tamunokumbia. Thank you. Adebumi Bumi Odu, Olufemi Daniel. Thank you. Runke Adeboya Akinola. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Thanks for joining tonight. God bless you. I think yes, what said the Kayode Adeniyi Samson Fowowe Eshemodupe. God bless you. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Babatunde Abiola. Thank you. I really appreciate you people. Thank you so much. Thank you so very, very much. Eshe adupe o. Enini kojaye o. I keep saying it because I love saying that. Okay, thank you. God bless you. So tonight, this is Olu Abi as usual, or Abi Busi, depending on which page you're watching from. So I believe Olusegun James Bode. Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate you. And I'm really grateful for having me tonight. Eshemodupe, God bless you. Who else again? As time goes on, anybody that I see, then I'll mention your names. So tonight we are talking about boarding or day school. Boarding or day school, whichever one you prefer, right? As I keep saying, I keep telling everybody, whatever my own opinion is might be contrary to yours. Michael Adedayo, right? Michael Adedayo Ogunade, thank you. Thank you for joining. Felicia Afolabi, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, glad to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. You're welcome. I guess this is your first time. You won't regret it. You will love it. You will keep coming. Thank you. So I said tonight we are discussing boarding or day school. Well, I keep saying it, whatever decision or whatever opinion I give, it is my own opinion, strictly my own opinion. Adeyinka Ronke already, thank you, ma. Oluwa Sheunfunmi. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you, God bless you. Please help me share, let everybody know that we are online right now. This is one of the crucial topics we know we have because it has to do with our future, which are our children. Duni Ogunade, thank you. So we have to talk about it, whether we like it or not. This is what we discuss. We allow our children to go to school, so it depends on which school we want them to go. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Thank you. So I said, whatever my own opinion is might be contrary to yours. As I keep saying it, one man's food is another man's poison. Whatever I make as my own decision might not be what you like. That doesn't stop you from carrying on your own opinion, from doing whatever pleases you. But at times, when we talk like this, we borrow ourselves opinions, we borrow ourselves like advices. What I say, I mean, the way I see it might not be the way you're seeing it. The way you're seeing it might not be the way I'm seeing it. That doesn't make you a wrong person, and that doesn't make me wrong either. So I can decide to do this with my children while you decide to do that with your own children. So that's why I keep saying it. My own opinion does not really count. It's your own decision that counts, the way you want to do it with your children or treat your children. and my own opinion counts for me and my own children also. That is it. So when I say boarding or day school, please, before we go on, we are not many. Eba me share, keep sharing. Beatrice Adeleke Asalu, thank you, ma. Elinino, Cowboys answer. Thank you. So please let me share with people. Let them know we are online. Please let them know. And then I want to be seeing you people commenting and commenting. You are not talking. It's only few people, the certain people that keep talking and talking. Most people, when they come in, they just say hello, good morning. I mean good evening, just for us to know you are here. Babatunde Muradeyo, thank you, ma. Thank you for joining. Please let me share to as many people as you can. Let me share, please. Okay. Yes, ma. Thank you, ma. So I said boarding or day school. It depends on your own opinion, but I will talk based on my own opinion and a few experiences that I've had or I've seen, right? And then one thing I want you to understand is while I was growing up, I saw so many things. I am a young girl with so many things on my head, a lot of experiences, and I'm very vocal. I talk and I make friends easily, so it gives me the opportunity to know and to see a lot of stuff. People get to tell me so many stuff. That way, at times it will be so overwhelming for me. I call me yani. Yeah. Okay, Deji Akim, thank you, ma. Oluwadamilola Oyeniran, thank you for joining. Thank you. Where's your husband? I've not seen him. Tell him we are online. Please let me share with as many people as you can. If you have children that are 21 years old and older, please let them be aware we are online. Let them join the group. The group is good and is friendly for everybody. The network is not friendly. Networking you special. I must sorrow pare. So thank you again, once again. I still remain Olu Abi or Abid Bosi. Thank you so very much. So boarding or day school, whichever one do you prefer? Well, what is boarding school? Actually, they say boarding school is an educational institution in which the majority of the enrolled students reside. That is majorly all the students, not all the students practically, but majority of the students stay in the boarding school. That is, they live in that school. They make it conducive for them and make it like their own second home. That is why they reside there. While the day school is the opposite. That is a school where the enrolled students goes from their different and prospective homes. So definitely a day school is when they go every day, every morning, and come back that same day to sleep in their own houses. While the boarding school is where you keep your children till the end of the term or till a certain time, you know, and everything. One thing I want us to understand is that we are from different cultures, different backgrounds, different opinions, right? So at times, what works for me might not work for you. I do not blame some parents that keep children in the boarding school at most times, because in the olden days, our mothers don't work much, and the only work they do is not far from the houses or the homes. But nowadays, our mothers are traveling far and near to make ends meet. So most people don't really have the time, right, to watch over the children, to, you know, stay with them, coupled with the kind of job they are doing. And some don't reside in the same town that they keep their own, their children goes to school. Like I used to see an aunt who says she loved a particular school, but she wasn't residing in that town as at the time her daughter was ready for school. So she had to travel down and keep her daughter in that particular school, which is another town, and which she believed is less expensive than where she was residing at that particular moment. So at times, that is one of the reasons why children goes to boarding schools, right? And at times, maybe there's the loss of a parent, maybe the mother or the father, and the responsibilities have to be shouldered out by just one parent. So which might be overwhelming for that particular parent to, you know, combine, you know, taking care of the children and then our own job, which fends for the family. So at the end of the day, he or she might not have any other options than to go and keep that child in a boarding school. Then at times, maybe there is separation between both parents and they are having custody issues. You know, we might say, okay, the best bet is let's keep this child in a boarding school so that this child will not be seeing what is really going on. And whenever he or she comes for holiday, she comes for holiday for a certain period and then, you know, go back to school. Most times they don't get to see what is going on between the both parents and stuff like that. Then at times, maybe the parents or one of the parents is having medical issues, which he or she might not be able to be getting up in the morning to do this, to do that, can be too much for them and be too tasking. So they might decide to say, okay, let's keep this child in the boarding school, which people will be there to monitor, to help, to make sure she attends classes every day and this and that, you know. So many reasons, many more. And some parents are not even in the country, maybe they are overseas, and they don't even trust family members to keep their children with. Yeah, because I would not lie to you, what they are scared of, you know, what we are really scared of in the boarding schools are really, many of them, or even more than that, are happening with our family members. Maybe when you keep a child with a particular family member, anything can happen. Angry and bo. You understand what I'm trying to say? So at times the parent might not really be that confident, like trusting enough to keep those children with family members, and while they are abroad, so they prefer to keep them into boarding school, which they believe that, okay, I'll pay the school fees, and when the holiday time comes, I can travel down for the long holiday and stay with them. And during the short holidays, some they keep them in that school during the holidays, some don't go home at all. They just stay in the school all year round. So it depends on what works for you and what works for me, right? But in my own opinion, I would say I've started with boarding school because that wasn't my choice. My choice is day school, right? But I just decided to give you some hints and reasons why some parents keep their children in the boarding school, which we cannot blame them for. Some are it's just beyond them. There's nothing they can do about it. And rather than keeping the kids at home, not going to school, or dropping the kids with grandparents who are not educated or something, you know, they prefer to keep them in the boarding school and to make sure the children are well catered for, right, and everything like that. So I don't really blame them. So it depends on what works for them, and that is it. As time goes on, if I remember anything, I'll still talk about it. But that doesn't say there is no advantage in boarding school. Yeah, there are advantages. But to me, I believe the disadvantages are more than advantages. Mind you, if a child stays at home or goes from home, that doesn't make that child the best. That doesn't make that child a good child. You understand what I'm saying? Some children are from boarding schools and they are well behaved, better than the children that goes from home at times. So don't say because of this and that, right? So let's keep our fingers crossed. If you have anything to say, keep saying it, keep typing. So anything I see, I will talk about it, and that is it. But for me, I believe God gives children, and one of the reasons why some parents keep their children in school, in boarding school, is maybe they are having issues of parenthood, in the sense that maybe they had that child out of wedlock, the father had remarried, and he doesn't want the child to be maltreated by the new spouse. They can keep the child in the boarding school. The same thing applies to the woman. Maybe she has remarried, or maybe she had that child out of wedlock also, or maybe the father have died and then she remarried, so she doesn't want anybody to maltreat that child. That they will go and keep the child in the boarding school, and which is better for them. You know, there won't be any issues, no excuses, because African men, they will tell you they love children. Most of them, I will not lie to you, most of them, we see them now, we hear from them when they tell you stuff, and you see that most of them, they'll say, ọmọ mi náà ni, but when you now get together, then you will find out that some will even tell you, me, I don't want that child in my house. So if that child is bringing issues and stuff like that, so definitely the other parents might decide to keep that child in a boarding school. So that is another reason why the children are in boarding school. They go to boarding schools. So that is it. So what I would now say is, to me, I prefer the day school. Not because I went to a day school, but because I had some experiences and I saw some things while growing up. And that one made me to make up my mind as early as my childhood time to say, mommy, you love boarding school. You know, understand what I'm trying to say? So, and things were still better at that time. Not even as it is right now, right? That I even made up my mind as long as that time. So I believe that I want to be there when my children are growing. I want to see everything. I want to have an idea how their day in and day out activities are. I want to see them. I want to feel them. I want them to be closer to me. Mind you, some children goes from home and yet they are distanced from their parents. They are not close. Right? So don't misunderstand me. But I want to see my children. I want to see when they will make mistakes. I want to see how I can correct mistakes. I want to see when they will yell or say what they are not supposed to say, when I will say, no, don't say it. I want to be there. I want to see them. I want to feel them. Because I believe they have limited time with me, whether I like it or not. By the time they get to the university, they will go, right? They will be coming once in a while, right? Then after university, God makes it well, they get a job. If they don't get a job in that town, and they go. And that is it. That is why many parents are empty these days, because there is no bond between them and their children. And these children of nowadays, they really want to grow faster than their ages. A child of 14, 15 will be telling you, mommy, I'm growing, I'm, this and that. So you could imagine, and the time they are done with secondary school, which is even faster than it used to be. Children are graduating from secondary schools at 15 these days. But in our own time, minimum was 18. You see 2021, just graduating secondary school. But nowadays, even 15 are graduating secondary school. So now tell me, if that child had been in a boarding school from, let me say, age 8 or 9, so that means you only nurture your child for just 8 years. I will not lie to you. Because by the time they are done with secondary school, half they go to the university or the tertiary institutions, and then that is it. They are gone. You now be lonely. I would like to you will be lonely. So definitely you are you have only nurtured them for 8 years, 9 years. That is too short for motherhood. What is the memory going to be like? So I really want to see them. I really want to feel them. I want them to make mistakes. I want them to feel my spanking. I want them to see my praises. I want them to see my yelling. I want them to feel my cuddle. I want them to feel me. I will not be there forever, whether I like it or not. They will not be with me forever. So what memories are they going to carry on with? What memories are they going to live on with? They won't be able to say, "Be mommy mi sherire, be daddy mi sherire." They'll say, "Oh, I only come for holiday," because when they come for holiday, they'll say, "What now? Show my holiday le wa fun." They will patch and patch and patch. They will not be able to correct them the way they are supposed to. But about the see finish, that young benule you do sheba lie mo fun e. And the day I'm supposed to look at you or overlook some stuff, I overlook. So I believe when they are in the boarding school, I won't be able to see them growing. I want to see by the time my son's voice changes from a toddler to a teenager to an adult, I want to see the voice as it's changing. I want to see my girl child growing boobs. I want to see my girl child having her first menstruation. I want to talk to them about reproduction. I want to talk to them about life. I want to tell them about my childhood. I want them to know what the country is talking about. I want them to know what is going on around the world. I want them to lie to me, to my face. Then I correct them and tell them not to lie. I want them to make mistakes that I will see and I will be able to correct. I want to feel all those. I don't want somebody to tell them about me. I am alive. If the mother is not there or the father is not alive, then anybody can tell them any cock and bull stories. But I want them to hear my story from my mouth, not from people. You know, Baba Ida. When they are still alive. No, I don't want that. I want them to know me properly. I want to know them. Mind you, at the same time, some parents are secretive, while some children are secretive also. You don't get to know them more the way you're supposed to. Right? But no matter what, you will still see some things. Even if those smiles are fake, you will know, you understand what I'm saying? So when they are growing, I want to be there. I want to feel them. I hope you're understanding me. I'm talking about me. So if those are not, are not big deal to you, fine. But to me, it's a big deal. Right? It's a big deal. Because I believe this is the time I have with them. Whether I like it or not, teachers are teaching them one thing or the other in school. If I talk to them about reproduction, it is not my jurisdiction. It is not what I am good at because I did not study for that. But I can only tell them, like citing my own life as an example, tell them how it was, how I did, and stuff like that. The teacher will tell them formally. They will sit down and think about what mommy told them. They will think about what teacher told them and taught them. Right? So they will not only have one option, like, oh, teacher Sonny Connie. And that is it. So I want them to see all those and to feel all those. Right? I want them to feel my love. I want them to feel my compassion. I want them to see the way I will run up and down when they are sick. What I can do, what I will do, how I will do it, the way I will feel when anything goes wrong. You understand? I want them to see those. Those are the things that will be there for them forever. Even if I am gone, even at my own old age. You understand? They said a child you refuse to nurture will not nourish you at old age. So you nurture them so that they can nourish you at old age. So this is it. A lot is happening around the world. with what is happening. School. No, we have seen people, we have seen boarding schools. At times, they get to abuse those children in any form. I'm not saying abuse don't happen at home. Don't misunderstand me. You know, I said it that at times you don't want to keep these children at home, especially when you are not in the country. You don't want to keep them with family members because our family members don't one abuse them sexually. They do a lot of things with them, a lot of atrocities they cannot do with their own children. Some are even doing it for their own children. I was on a group prayer one day, and òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run yẹn was not saying ẹnìkan wà, àwọn méjì kan wà láàrin wa níbí báyìí tó jẹ́ pé àbúrò ìyá wọn ló jábàálé wọn. Àwọn èèyàn down now. Tí ò bá kí ń ṣẹlẹ̀, if it doesn't happen, people will not raise their hands. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn kan wà, bàbá wọn ló jábàálé wọn. Ṣó ṣe é gbọ́ létí? Ṣó dùn? Ṣó mórí pípé wá? No. But yes, it is happening. A lot of ẹranko ló wà ńgboro. Unless a bá fẹ́ tanra wa jẹ lókù. Ṣé bàbá tó ń fọmọ ẹ̀gúnṣẹ́ ni ò lè fọmọ àbúrò ògúnṣẹ́? Àbí? A lot of things are happening. So, I will not lie to you. But, ẹ jẹ́ ká mójú ajé kò ní, jẹ́ kí n máa rí. Jẹ́ kí n máa fura. Let me be suspicious. Even kó jẹ́ pé insinuations lásán ni, they are just mere suspicions. They are not, they are baseless. I understand. I feel it that way. Let me see. Let me see. So I want to feel all those things. I don't want them to be at arm's length from me. I want them to be here. I want them to be close. Yeah, school teachers are doing it. Yes, my dear sister, school teachers are doing it. Neighbors, family members. Yes. Kọ́lọ́run ṣàánú wa ni. Ó ti pọ̀jù. Ó ti pọ̀jù. Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. How much more? I want to tell you more. So now tell me, I want to be there. I said, I want to be there. I want to be seen. I want to be there. I want to teach them how to cook. I want to teach them how to take care of the home. I want to teach them and let them see all mistakes. Some of the mistakes I've made, they might not be able to see all. They can see how they will correct those mistakes when it gets to their turn. Parenting, mommy, but she buy to buy the time here. But if you don't see, how do you know? I want you to learn from my own mistakes. I don't want them to make their own, to make those mistakes that I made. I want them to learn from people around them. Hazardous and so disastrous at times when they learn with their own issues. With their automatic experience here, they got it from themselves. But if they got it from other people, they see what is going on around them, then at times, better, most times it's even better. Because the children of nowadays, they don't even have that strength and energy to withhold pressure. Any little thing they burst out. At times they keep talking about abuse, they keep talking about depression. Some of them don't even know what depression is. But they will say, I'm depressed. So I want them to see all those. I want them to feel all those. I want to give them close monitoring. Watching them like a mother hen. He. Right. I want them to voice it out from their mouth and say, Mommy, you are overshadowing me. You are pampering me too much. Give me breathing space. I want them to say that. I want them to be able to tell me with their mouth, Mommy, I'm no more a baby, that you will do this, so you will do that. So, yes, I want to see it, how they grow from day to day into that. So I prefer those, right? I don't want anybody to teach them what I don't want to teach them in school. Whether we like it or not, internet, we say a lot, right? Teachers will say a lot. Their friends, their peers, they will say a lot because they are coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, different homes. But whatever you have instilled in them, whatever you have told them, whatever they have seen with their eyes at home, will still be at the back of their mind, and we guide them to do some things and in making some decisions. I remember in our time, they'll be telling us, ọmọ tí ò ní yẹ òǹdé gbẹ̀yìn, fàdémidémi lórí o, má kó mi sí tàbí ọmọ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, jọ mi ò gbóyìnbó, I don't know anybody, I can't speak grammar. You know, all those things you'll be remembering. You'll be remembering. Rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ṣe o. If you don't want to be hearing all those, you'll just be looking. So when some things occurs or about to happen, once you remember, rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ṣe mi ìgbóyìnbó mi ìlẹ́sẹ̀ tí mo lè fi sáré mi ìmọ̀ọ́yán o. So once you hear those, you'll be coming down. Ṣápá mi àkáǹtì mo fẹ́ dálẹ̀. Then you'll be withdrawing gradually. But when a child is in the boarding school and they join cultism, cults, how do you know? No, I know at times some of them can manage, like hide, that you won't see. But when they are home with God, tó gbàdúrà fún wọn, tó dẹ̀ gbàdúrà pẹ̀lú wọn, àṣírí wọn á máa tú sí ẹ lọ́wọ́. Àṣírí wọn á máa tú sí ẹ lọ́wọ́. Some time ago, somebody told me something. This woman, I think she remarried. She's late now. She remarried, and her children were welcome into that house. So, unfortunately for her, the man she got married to, hit jackpot. Like, I think he became one of these politicians. So, the man was always having money at home. So, this particular day, this woman said, her son just came to her, a son of about 14 years, and said, Mommy, mo bá Jésù pàdé, I'm now a born-again Christian. She said she was looking at him. Ojo ọmọ tó fẹ́ le díẹ̀, but God arrested him quickly. So she said, one day, the boy just came out from his room and was calling mommy, mommy. She said immediately she heard from her husband's room, and she was about to come out. The son just saw her and said, Jesus. Say, Mommy, what are you doing? Say, he had a dream that the mom was stealing from the stepfather, and the stepfather found out, caught her red-handed, and then sent them packing. You know, when this boy woke up from that dream and was rebuking that dream, he wanted to go and share that dream with the mom. And lo and behold, he met the mom coming from the stepfather's room where she went to steal money. Truly, she was caught red-handed. And she said, the boy said, Mommy, I'm disappointed. You told me not to steal, but you are stealing. I hope all our school fees are not stolen money. She said she was looking down. She couldn't talk because the boy caught her red-handed. Right. It was supposed to be the other way around. Don't you think? Now omo lo kaya. Right? Said the boy sat her down. They were both crying. And meanwhile, the man came back. While they were talking in the room, he had to follow the mom láti lọ dá owó yẹn padà. And when she returned the money, the man now said, thank God, pay Momo, because I never thought it's you. My wife was, doing what she was not supposed to do, and that is it. So, in that kind of a situation, he had to call the mom, spoke to the mom, said both of them were crying. They had to return the money, and the man was surprised because he thought it was one of the domestic staff or one of those children that was doing all those stuff and everything like that. And the issue was resolved, and then the woman was being trusted again because the man said he was not going to trust anybody anymore. And then, fortunately, at least she was trusted again because they came back and, and confessed and everything. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for joining. So, and that is it. And that's why I say, yes, that's why I said I want to be there. I want to see them the way they grow. I want to see everything. So maybe that's the reason why I said I prefer the day school to the boarding school, right? I want to teach them home training. I want them to have etiquette, eating manners, talking manner, how not to poke their nose into what does not concern them. When adults are talking, you don't dip your mouth, you don't, stuff like that. And then you don't bully people. You don't bully. No to bully. We say no to bully. Michael Emeka Nwabueze, thank you. Adebola Taiwo, thank you. You're welcome back, everybody. Thank you. So we don't want to say no to bullying. We don't want them to be bullied. We don't want them to bully anybody. So if we see any strange thing, any strange character, any strange attitude, so that we'll be able to talk about it, call them to order, pray with them, pray for them, and see, even go behind them and go to the school to see how they are doing in school, academically, and even among their peers. How are they relating with friends and everything? Yeah. It says, I hate boarding school. It teaches and promotes lesbianism and homosexual, especially with those innocent newcomers. The seniors picking them as their school daughters and school sons. Can you see that? So in those days, we used to have school daughters and school sons also. And I never had anyway, because I don't know what happened. Nobody picked me as school mother and school daughter. I was a loner. I have a few friends. I had about 2 or 3 friends where we were very close, and so could say our and the school mother, school daughter. So maybe they saw us like people that were not serious anyway, because we were always laughing and joking with everything. Anyway, so like in these days, and these are the things that are happening, turning those children, even, apart from the sexual stuff, right? Changing their sexes and everything. Even the teachers are luring them into it, the matrons, the workers in the school, the home master, whatever. There was a child we found out recently that passed on because they said they found CD in her, a child that was molested sexually, severally, and then she eventually, gave up, and the school was still defending. They didn't even bring out who did it. Nobody could say this was the person that did it, because they made us children to be quiet and not to talk about it. And people started talking that I'm saying that anything that happens in the school stays in the school. The children are not allowed to say. That, to me, that's a secret code. How can you tell the children not to tell their parents what is going on in the school I pay money for? In the school I pay money, a huge money, kind of money. You're not telling me that my children should not tell me what is going on in the school. That's more or less a secret code to me. I'll pull out my child the moment I understand or feel that thing. Once I know about that, I'll pull my child out. Even if it is 2 weeks to exam, I don't care. I'll pull that child out. Yes, I'll pull that, because the minimum whatever salary you get, whatever you earn, whatever is being given to you as a teacher, as a mentor, even proprietors, Kobo toro mi sisi mi wa nue. Part of my sweat is there because most of school fees are on mommy. So I'll pull my child out immediately. I don't care whoever. Ba jore mi lo ni school, I don't care. So the moment you tell the children to be keeping things to themselves and not telling their parents what they are going through, what is going on with them in school, how they are faring, no, that is not ideal. That is not ideal. You are telling them to keep suffering and smiling. They abuse those children anyhow. At times it can be verbal, it can be physical, it can be sexual, it can even be financial. When you give them money, some group of people will get their money, take their stuff, punishing them, doing all sorts of things. And then the children will not be able to be telling you everything, because the time you come for visiting, they are eager to see you, to feel their mom, especially when the children are telling you, Mommy, me, if you don't be more, take me home, take me home. Please, take the children home. Take the children home. Take them away from that school. Don't wait for the bra. Please. That bra. So, take them away from that school. If they complain to you, do your findings, ask questions, pray about it. Take your children out. Ask your children. Plead with them if it requires doing that. Plead with them to tell you what exactly is going on in that school. If you don't tell me, I won't be able to know what to do and how to attend to this. So tell me exactly what is going on in that school. They'll be able to tell you. They will even tell you. They will mention names. And don't joke with it. Don't say, oh, Alashe Junior, you don't have to, this and that. No, let them tell you. Whatever they tell you, do your findings. Lord Wadi, go and ask questions. Go and make inquiries. Go and see what is really going on. They might be telling you something vital. I keep saying it. Don't brush it off. Don't say, attention seeker. Every child seeks attention. Attention. So don't say, attention. So don't say, go and ask questions. Go to the school. You can even disguise. You can send another parent. Is this thing going on there? Is that thing going on there? No. Then, so that they don't abuse your children. Even spiritually, you need to do something, because at times when they lure them into they can initiate them into stuff, into cultism, into spiritual stuff. That is why you find out at times that all those things. We need to put our eyes, we need to put our ears down, we need to even our mouth. We have to talk. If you cannot correct them at this particular time, we don't, learn to talk and to, confirm the ways that will be a future problem for when the parent is supposed to sit back and be enjoying the children. That is when you'll be running helter skelter. So that is why I say, in my own opinion, I value the day school, boarding school, right? I'll let them know exactly how I am and who I am. Not when I'm going to the boarding school, to go and see them and no, I want them to know when I have the money to feed them. I want them to know when my finances are low. I want them to know everything that is happening. I want them to be able to feel the other side and say, so when there is money, this is how it is, and make sure you eat whatever you ask. You can say, and I'll say, cause the problem. But no, I'll still tell you, let's manage, so that the children will be able to know there are faces in life. No, there are faces, so that can you imagine? They said some people don't even have time to visit the children, and which is cool. It's true. Some children still stay in the school during holidays. I remember we had a school directly in front of my house that time when I was growing up. I remember there are some children that will be crying when others have gone home for holidays. School. I do feel for them. I feel sorry for them. There were this particular 2 boys. If I mention their names, whoever, one was sick. I think the younger one was sick. If they said that boy wouldn't die, in fact, it only took the grace of God for that boy to survive. He will be calling the older brother. Yeah, you know, their children. The other brothers who want to play will go downstairs to play, and the brother will be calling him, come, 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 and stuff like that. But their parents were not there. Their parents were not there. So the children stayed in that school, I think consecutively for like 3-4 years. They didn't go home. They didn't go home. So they were being fed in the school, clothed in the school. There was even a time they didn't have clothing. You know, the senior ones, how to cash on one more. You understand all those things? So I believe that when they are home with you, they will be able to rock all weather with you. As Obi. Yes, we have advantages and disadvantages of both. But I said, in my own opinion, that the advantages of day school is way, way, way more better and bigger than the boarding schools. You know why? Because I was privileged, or I am privileged, to be working in the same town that my children are going to the school in the same town. But in a situation where parents don't have options, you still have to keep them in the boarding school. But when you have options, don't, because of fefelity go any time for my business. Remember that business stays forever. That job stays forever. But your children do not stay with you forever. They will have a certain time they have to leave you. But you have to be with their memories. What do you have as their memories? What do you have in your head? Nothing. Nothing. So that is why you have to be very careful. And don't copy. Some people are doing copy because lost school. Bye. You want to take your children to that school. School here is one of the best. It's one of the best. Is it, even if it's one of the best in town, is it the best for your child? Is it the best for your child? And then in these days that teacher, the teacher will be misbehaving, anyhow. Wọ́n rí iye tí school ń gbà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan, wọ́n dẹ̀ rí iye tán san fáwọn. So gbogbo oríṣiríṣi ara àwọn ọmọ náà ti ń dánwò. Teacher mi gan ọmọ school ń kì mọ́lẹ̀. Yes, ọmọ school ń kì mọ́lẹ̀. House masters, yes. Yes, house masters náà ní tiẹ̀. Débi pé wọ́n á tún máa máa ọmọ yẹn ní méjì mẹ́ta mọ́ra. Wọ́n á tún máa bá wọn ṣe nítorí yẹ kàn ṣe látẹ̀yìn. Báyé wọn jẹ́, ọmọ mi á jáde ní school ń bẹ, á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wọ ìdígò àbá ló ṣe máa ń pè láti fi ìdí wọn. Nítorí pé wọ́n ti bá bẹ̀ jẹ́ fún. Ọmọ ọdún mélòó? Ẹ jẹ́ á jókòó ká rò dáadáa. A lot is happening now. Ó ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹni tó kàn òun ló mọ̀. Torí kò kàn ẹ́, kò mí wípé kò ṣẹlẹ̀. And láti jókòó ká rò dáadáa. Yes, he said parenting is really a huge job. Exactly. Iṣẹ́ ńlá ni. Iṣẹ́ tó mú mi sí ni. Iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé you have that's why you see some men, they will say no matter what, àwọn máa máa rọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ ìwọ jókòó lè máa monitor ọmọ. Yeah. So it requires cooperation of both parents, relatives, and even the community. What is the community doing now? We have to know the kind of community we find ourselves. Ṣé community tí ọmọ ọ̀gbọ́n àtọmọ àbúrò tún ti ń bára wọn sùn? Má bá ń tọ́mọ mi jẹ́ ń tọ́ nǹkan mi, ìwọ náà tọ́ tiẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á fún ẹ lálàáfíà, á fún mi náà lálàáfíà, á fi tá a fi máa fi tọ́ wọn, á fi fún wa. Níwọ̀n bá tágbára oníkálukú bá gbé. That is why some people don't even go keep their children with family members anymore. Because oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹni tó kàn ló mọ̀. We just have to be very careful, very vigilant, and very observant. That is it. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o, ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹni tó kàn ló mọ̀, ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So we just have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. So whatever decision you make, wọ́n ní ó ń bọ̀, àwọn làádẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀. That is in the olden days. Láyé ìsìn ojú là ń mú tó. You have to keep your eyes, your ears down. To watch, to look, to see. That is it. So be very watchful, be vigilant to know that this is what is going on. This is what you want. This is what you don't want. Very vigilant. Be very vigilant. So then I say, the spiritual attacks, the gangs, tonko, right? It doesn't mean as I said earlier, it do happen, it do occur. But at times, when you are there to monitor, you can easily see changes to what abnormal. When you see an abnormal change, then you'll be able to attack it immediately. Kilo shele, you pray, you talk to them. Some of them will even be ready to tell you what they are going through. They can even tell you this is what is happening to them. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, that is it. But when you are not there, you don't even know what is going on. So, how can you tell? How can you tell? You can't tell. You can't know. You just see they come, they'll say, the big boy, they'll go and stay in their room, they won't talk to anybody, they won't eat. Some, they will even tell them what to eat, when to eat, and what not to eat. You see that the food they used to like before, they loved before, they will be telling you, no, they can't eat it anymore. Some will be wearing some particular kind of fashion. They will not wear the regular clothes they used to wear. That is when you put your eyes down and be saying, there's something going on that is not just right. So that if it requires you calling, shouting, praying, crying, talking to them, advising them, even taking them out of the house to talk to them and say, please open up to me. What is going on? Is there anything going on in your school you want to share with me? But when, by the time you see them, they have gone so deep or rooted in that thing, pulling them out might not be easy. You might not even be able to pull them out forever. So that is why I'm a fojusi, I'm a ba won so, I'm a she, and stuff like that. Ibẹ̀ náà lèyàn tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ o, my dear. Ibẹ̀ lèyàn tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Àní jẹ̀bi o, àní jẹ̀bi. Because all these children, wọ́n á bi wá, báwo la ṣe ṣe. Even the children will even have a say. And they will have what they want to say and what to discuss. They know what is going on. They can see, they can hear. And they will say, I called you, mommy. I told you this. Did you listen? I gave you a sign. Did you answer me? Be careful. Be careful. Yeah. At times they are trying to tell us stuff, but we are not ready to listen. Yes, they are lured into so many stuff. That is it. Yes. Negative effect that boarding school has towards one's life is beyond the positive side. That is it. The children possible will lack some home training. Yes. Teacher that is not well trained. Yeah, educate goods. Yeah. Formal and informal education is true. And that's why I said I want to be there when they are doing this. I want to be there when they are becoming boys, when they are becoming men, young men, when they are growing into adulthood. I want to see them. Yes, it says ojo lojo le dabi ojo eni. Exactly. They will do anyhow. I won't call on lomo. That is just it. Àní jẹ̀bi o, àmì, àní jẹ̀bi. So when you are working, you are busy doing businesses and everything, how do you have time for the children? How? Some parents, their children are even going from home one time for one. But at least the only, saving grace for those parents are one ṣì ń rí wọn, they still see them maybe every other day or every day and stuff like that. And then ẹ fẹ́ mú wọn lọ ilé Ọlọ́run láti jọ́sìn, ẹ mú wọn lọ sí mọ́ṣáláṣí, ẹ fẹ́ kàn kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Ọlọ́run, ẹ fẹ́ kàn rí oríṣiríṣi, ibẹ̀ lẹ ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà. Ibẹ̀ lẹ ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yeah. Ọmọ mi ó lè gbé ọ̀sán tà fóòrù. Táwọn òbí ò dẹ̀ nímọ̀ ipò ń jalè. Bọ̀ nílé ìwé wọ́n á tún máa sá ẹkùn. Ẹ̀kan máa kàn sá ni. Yeah, ó máa popular. Àṣà ń pè lólè nìyẹn tẹ́yìn ò mọ̀. Ẹ mọ̀. Ẹlòmíì ti fi ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ ó ti dọ̀gá ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n á kàn máa sá, wọ́n á máa kí. Ẹ̀yà máa pa wọ́n kí ẹ wọ́n sá àwọn ọmọ school ni àwọn ọmọ ọ̀rẹ́ òun ni àwọn kìíní kan ni. Not knowing pé ó ní tó gbé dání ń bẹ̀. Ó ní tó gbé dání ń bẹ̀. We have to be very careful. A lot is happening, as I said. To me, as I said, boarding school is a no-no. I remember there was a point in time they had to put my daughter in a boarding school. I cried. I didn't want that boarding school. But she's like, more or less, she didn't go to the boarding school because she was in the SS3. And at that time, the house was not too far from the school. So, and the school bus was taking the junior ones. Suddenly, you just see her on a Wednesday. I decided to come home. I'll go to school from home. I remember initially they used to be angry with her and say, Ko pada. I say, no, let us stay. Maybe we are paying them. We are not complaining. And we are not asking them for money back. Leave them. And some teachers and some workers in the school, when they see you, they do well, they act well to your children, and the moment you leave, even irrespective of even giving them extra money, some will even, especially when the children are in the junior school, in the junior classes, I gave you money that day, I gave you, that child will be counting, but my mommy gave you 5,000, you only gave me 1,500. They remember, kilo share, I gave you that money that I gave you that day, that I said, take, go and do this, go and do that, and it's 200 naira, but you shut up your mouth. So they will abuse that child financially. Morally. Everything. I mean, that's one that lacks home training. To work on in school. It is what they have that they will put in those children. The children will inculcate. Yes, they will have nicknames that you didn't give them. Yeah. They will be claiming senior. Yes, they will beat them. No one lori I remember one child was telling somebody that, Timori Asho mi lorun senior, and I was telling him, Asho mi re, and see my name and my name tag on the, they say, look on for it you. My brother will remember this. I think he's on. He went to school the first time. They bought everything for him. Everything. They were jubilating. When he was coming home, the pants he was wearing, the underpants, the trouser, and the shirt was the remaining one. 4 or 5 uniforms, housewares, and everything. Everything was gone. Everything was gone. Even up to bucket and bedsheet, everything was gone. Then I say, yeah, I want welcome me. You are using theft to welcome somebody. Welcome me. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. Shomoti on home training that the parents does not have time for, that they dumped in the school. Now a good child will now come àwa lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ níkọ̀kúkọ̀ bá soríṣiríṣi fún. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine? Some of them will still pay and tell them to stay in school for week. But to me, Jenny, why did you have these children? You don't have time for them. All you talk about is money, money, money. And that is what we are seeing in the world. Yeah? It's beyond money now. It's beyond money. Even if don't lost boarding school, they are going to school from home, and you still don't have time for them, all this thing will still happen. I'm not saying we should not look for money. We should look for money with opolo. Especially we mothers, we have to be very careful and vigilant. Ala ojú, ala mu wọ́n ní imú ojú lala kan fi ṣọ́rí, ala ojú wa wide open. Ala etí wa, adele la ẹnu wa. That I used to tell my kids, anything that happens, please feel free to tell me. Even if I cannot give you solution, if I don't have any solution, we will both look for solution. We will, at least a problem shared is half solved. If you share it with me, then I might not be able to provide solution, but I will strive. I will look around, we will run around, we will pray, we will ask people for solutions. Yeah, that's negligence. When you neglect them. And children you neglect, there won't be any bond between you and them. By the time you get old, you're cold and feeble, you need them, they won't be there because there was no cordial relationship, no love, no affection, no so they won't have any feelings towards you. They won't have enough feelings. And children of nowadays, most of them are selfish. Right? So when you don't have time for them, you are giving them that opportunity to go away. Please, let us be very careful. Hey, Joe. Yes, most of the house masters, they are aware, they know what is going on. They are even the one initiating all those stuff. Don't you find money? Eh? They will even be saying, "Ele yo ti mo ọkùnrin, ele ni ke je amulale." Ẹ̀yin mẹ́ta mẹ́rin lórí ọmọ 12 years. And they will still tell the person kò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ. Ọmọ a máa sunkún, I want to call mama. Dúró síbẹ̀, school da. I've paid money, you'll be counting the money. Tó bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán, ẹ wá máa kábàámọ̀ pé ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ pòwe, ó sọ̀rọ̀, ó ṣègbà. Did you listen? Did you? Did you? Especially àwọn ọmọ tó bá wà naive, that they don't know nothing, they know they are innocent. Please, let us be very careful. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Even children that are in the university, that are in the tertiary institutions, we are still opening our eyes like eagle láti máa ṣọ́ wọn. How much more? More primary school, secondary school. Some are going to boarding school as early as age 6, 7, age 5. Why? What for? And when you go home, the mother is busy painting painting it. Some are TikTokers. Why don't want to TikTok? Until a pharmacy body nurse. They don't want anything. Mom, broken nails. Who nails me? No, I don't want anything to mess up my nails. Some say, no, but possible for one gun. The moment the child comes out, can't dagba leno on your knee. If I call you saggy, no. 3 months is okay to breastfeed. Then my boobs cannot drop down. Whether you like it or not, drop no. At the end of the day, you go and do it. Do on your do go a bust in my lorry down. It's better. Ko ma bi won. To ma mo po ready. Láti tọ́jú wọn. Some have the money. Not that they don't have the money. It's the time they lack. Yeah. And some, they went and dumped those children in the boarding school. Bóyá nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin òun àtọkọ, àbí bóyá victim of ìbálòpọ̀ tipátipá ni wọ́n. These children have come for a purpose. Ẹ má fìyà jẹ wọ́n. And some parents don't even know the health status of their children. Do you know what they feed them with? Do you know? Do you know? Ọmọ mi will be so sick in school. Maybe that child is allergic to a particular thing. School, and they are not ready to change the food. Oh, say, and Lilo said as old as he is, his mom still comes to the school to check him. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. I remember those days. There was my late teacher was asking me one day, okay, Baba Legbani. You want to that area was school ni? Yeah, no. Baba Ike. I came out to look. I didn't see him. But she was no class in our pada I said, really? I didn't see anything. So when I got home, I was not asking him. Egbo was in school. I said, Mola wo eni. Mama kanju o lọ school. Mo fẹ́ wò bóyá school o lọ abode ìyá síbomi. And lo and behold, they saw me. They saw me. But if your child is in boarding school, do you want to know if he's attending classes or not? No, you won't know. When you go to window jade, you won't know. And because those ones want to make their money, they will not be able to write truthful reports. Go for jury. They will be patching and patching and patching. See the baba jetoni the lomada. And when they finally come home, they are like, yeah, the wrong place. Because it will be two opposite worlds. Mama, o ṣe mi mo bí ọmọ ẹ. Mo ni mo ti gbé gbági bí tó ti gbé gbági pọ̀. O ti gbé gbági pọ̀. If you have the chance, let them stay with you. If it is not possible, it's not convenient, then put them in the boarding school close or closer to ibi tó ń gbé. I remember those days, my nephew, my uncle's wife, we go and be seeing on Monday. I took one shirt to him on Monday. Lord Wednesday, they so much know her. They will go and call her, well, your mom, big mommy is there. They say, hey, I'm just passing by, we cook beans. She will take it to the school. Since next week is their midterm, so I have come to tell them that you will be coming home for me. They know you'll be coming home for midterm. Why are you here? So the boy said, we know that any day of the week, the mama go show face. Hey, we miss him at home. I just came to say hello. Because bossy 50 naira, be 100 naira from the house to the school. But because nobody was home in the morning, like early in the morning, take him to school or bring him back from school or stay with him at home. That was why they put him in the boarding school. But every week, they must visit that school 2-3 times. So in that kind of environment, it was not easy for that child to be abused in that school. No. Housemaster must give account, but you know, because the boy will say, well, on Monday, he didn't give me money. He didn't give me money on Monday. He didn't give me money on Tuesday. He will say it. But because the parents are always going there, the mom wasn't around anyway. My uncle's wife was there, and even there was even a time we were asking her that, but your own daughter went to boarding school. He said, I don't feel comfortable with him going to, in the same town. Let me go and see what is going on there. They will be asking, did you see him in class? Yes, he used to attend class. There. At times, she won't even see the boy. She will just come and ask questions and go back home. At times, she will just go and say, oh, I brought this for him. They will call him, she will give him the food and turn back. But because they were in the same town, right? But if they are not in the same town, it might not have happened like that. But if you have the chance, you want to put your child in a boarding school, I say it is better you put your child in a boarding school very close to your house. That means you are the business type, or some others are too lazy to take care of children. Wọ́n lówó ẹ̀ ni. Tán bá lówó ẹ̀ wọ́n take care, wọ́n jọ wọ bus, wọ́n jọ jump up and down lórí ọ̀kadà. Yeah. But if you are the business type, you don't have that time. You don't do. I remember that time, there was this particular woman that used to come to that boarding school. Will come and visit when the child is supposed to when the child is supposed to go for before vacation, she will come. I think she comes. On those days they will say, he's not visiting hours yet. You say, I know. I just want to say, visiting hours have passed. And today is not a visiting day. I say, I know. I just want to say hello to him. I remember those days. They will be forced to go and call. They won't allow the boy to come out. That one will now stay in between the gates. Most of them will be shaking hands. I just want to tell you, I'm going to Lagos tomorrow. I want to go and buy my goods, but I may not come tomorrow. I may come next tomorrow. I just say, let me say hello and to tell you my whereabouts. And she will go. And she will go. So they knew him very well. All of them will be pushing his head. Come here, Tibanta. Go and see your mother outside. And that is it. So, please, let's do the needful. If it's not convenient for you, fine, take him or her to the boarding school, but let it be a school very close to you. Arrest a part that you can easily go. God forbid bad thing, if anything happens, but when you are miles away, sometimes I was in Nigeria last year. So I was traveling from Lagos to from Ibadan to Abuja. So when I was coming back from Abuja to Ibadan, I saw children that were going to boarding school in the east. Some were entering Abuja to come to school in Abuja. Some in the east, they were going to the east, back to the east. I will see parents, some children, they will cling on to their mom. Mama, let's go, you know. And funniest thing, some of them, their parents didn't even follow them to the school. One few wants to no plane in me because they were playing, they could not afford to allow them go through the road. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé dandan ni kàn lọ sí school ọ̀nà tó jì tó yẹn. Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ máa sùn tí màá fi ọmọ 12 years 10 years sílẹ̀ sọ́nà ọbẹ̀ yẹn. Yeah? I was just looking. I was looking. Some of them, I was videoing their legs. Tiny legs. Even those children, we will still tell them, I will be washing their back. Yeah. 12 years. That 12 years is in SS and GS2, GS3 now. 10 years, not to a secondary school. You see them clinging to their mom. Some will be speaking Hausa. Some of them will be their mother. Yeah, I work in Abuja. I want them to go to school in my hometown. Why your hometown? Why don't you move to your hometown? School. 12 years is too small. The ones I saw children of Adebowale is on online. Children of 4-5 years in boarding school. If I lie, Jamie, children in these ones I saw, no be say them say Mori money. When you talk to them, you see them peeing on themselves. It is when they get to the school. No, soon light. Yeah. But these ones that I saw in Nigeria, traveling from Abuja to the flight was filled up with school. Yeah, not tertiary institution or secondary school. You see some with their white socks, new ones. Why should join in me? Can you imagine? 2-year-old boy was sent to a boarding school. Kilo shele. She ye eku ni ababe eku. She no la nwa, showo la nwa. Omo ti o dayan mo. Someone said 2 years. I said 4, 5 years. You're saying how about 4, 5 years? Yes, I saw that one with my eyes. Nobody said them say 2 years. That's what somebody just wrote now. Yeah, 2 years. How can I take a child, 2-year-old child to a boarding school? Me ni Levi. I'm sorry. Me ni Levi. I don't get time for liver. No, I can't. Because I'm not in that position doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It happens. But at times, that is cooperation between the parents. Maybe somebody will step down, somebody will reduce the hustling. Can you come and hustle? And if things change, you too change. Change. The Lord will help us. So please, a lot is happening. That's why we say charity begins at home. When we nurture them from home, we try to take care of them. Atrocities that are happening, we reduce. Most of these children don't have home training. They don't. They don't. Home training, caution shimawa, dear. Sometimes when they try to misbehave, they will still remember, mommy, me, daddy, me. No, I can't do this. But when they don't have that home training, what do you expect? They will do whatever. Yeah, they will. I keep saying it. I really appreciate you so much for having me today. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. And I hope we have learned one thing or the other. Because I said I do not like a boarding school doesn't mean it is not effective or it is not good. It is good for those that they are good for. Especially when it comes to or maybe parents that are even outside the country. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I remember that time in our church when children are going to boarding school, I no get the liver. I don't get the liver. Can you imagine? They stole his stuff and then it told Jolly that they are supposed to punish. They did not punish. They are now punishing the junior one, Tojin Coin. Why? Why? That is why some people, when things happen to them, you don't know. And we see them as children, we think, yeah, home training. Yeah. Share the teacher that is not well paid. Abias master that is not well paid. That is stealing from their own provisions. Is that the one that is going to give them home training? That's on me or me run ya me run baba yin se me moniko man time for you. Let's be very careful. Let's be very careful. Yeah. So I'm just trying to go through what you have written in case I need to address one or two things. Yes. Our children will not be victims. They will continue to be victors and victorious in everything they do. And then to us parents, if you have the chance, please let us review this and see where we have made mistakes. And so far, maybe some of us have made huge mistakes in those ways. Spending money and waste as equal to waste your money, because it's like wasting the child. Cause see bond, cause affection, cause see love. You don't care, no care, nothing. We can still amend. Yeah. We pray with them, we pray for them. But when they are in school, how many times do you pray for them? How many times do you lay hands on them? How many times you know all those things? Be a Muslim, be a Christian. When they are in boarding school, that is when you want to take them to Ile-Eke. When they try to teach them together there, The teachers will not be able to see ọmọ tó ń kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àti ọmọ tí ò kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. But ìwọ òbí, you can even say, yeah, kí lẹ kọ́ lé kéwú lé ní wá kà fún mi. Yeah, wá kà fún mi. Exactly. Àwọn òyìnbó tá ń copy gan, wọn ṣe mọ́, kò sí boarding school púpọ̀ mọ́. No. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o. I still remain Oluwabi or Abidbusi. Right. I'm still the very person bearing the two names, depending on which page you're watching from. I really appreciate you for having me tonight. And today's topic was boarding or day school. Whichever one you prefer, it's your choice. Right. I spoke about my choice, but it's your choice. Whatever you decide for your children is your choice. All we need to do is to pray, let them carry us along, and we carry them along. Let them know where we are and who we are, and then let us be able to talk to them at all times. Even the ones that are going from home, let us have time for them. Having time for them is very important. Very, very important. Kò sí iṣẹ́ tá a lè ṣe, kò sí tá a lè ṣe. Mọ́kànrókun tó rọ̀ṣà, èbúté ni ó padà sí. Kò sí, wherever we go in life, we are still coming back to these children. Because there will be a certain time we will need them. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. We might be rich, might have money, we might not even need them for monetary aspect, but care and love ńkọ́, affection ńkọ́, listening here ńkọ́. Some children, we feel they are close to us, but they are far away. They don't even, some will even put you on phone. Mommy, okay, keep talking, I'm hearing you. Kò sí the phone, but you on the game, but you ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. They don't. But when there is bond, when there is affection, if you say, mommy, you take me, he will even be the one to ping you. Mom, you alright? Just saying hi. Thank you so very much. This is always been brought to you by Thoughtful Event. Please, echo your WhatsApp group or anybody. Why? People are having 10 million, 1 million, 3 million. Kilo shele, why are we stagnant? Now not like me, now not like to see my face. Hey Joe, wow. I can see all of you. Some of you are having 5,000 friends. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? Let them come now. Let them come and tell us their mind too. Let us know what is going on. Let them tell us their own experiences. We want to hear from them. We want to learn from them. Not only a why, ni. Please. And you, people too, my people, I'm going into people's DM to ask them about one thing or the other. So if I come to you, please answer me. Answer me speedily, because I'm not a messenger person. At times I forget that I send message to people. It's days after that I will not remember. Okay, mama send message, let me go and check. And he had to respond. Some don't even respond. They will read it and they will not respond. Please, once I come to your DM, answer me. We have a lot to talk about. Not my own experience alone. I want to hear from your experience too. Share it with us and let us see. We can pick one or two things from you also. Thank you so very much, everybody. I love you. And I pray that the Lord Almighty will continue to uphold us, and we will not have any regrets in the course of taking care of our children or nurturing them. Wọ́n dàgbà, wọ́n dògbò, iṣẹ́ wọn aṣojú ẹ̀mí wa. Ẹni tó ń wojú Ọlọ́run á ṣe fún wọn. Àwọn náà fọwọ́ sùn pa, wọ́n á fi pa ọmọ lára lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwọn náà di ìyá lágbájá, wọ́n á di bàbá lágbájá. And àwọn tó ní grown up children looking forward to marriage, Ọlọ́run á fún wọn ní ọkọ, á fún wọn ní aya tó jẹ́ tiwọn, wọn ò ní ṣìgbé. Ara ànúgbà o. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. I'm really grateful and I'm happy that I'm always, there are some faces that Mama look up to, and I do see you all the time. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Yeah, on Mondays we are having our online market squad and reality corner. Online market squad is for everybody to advertise his or her own business. Ibaje online business, let's advertise. Let us know what to have. I know a lot of people to one shop online business, no she. Can advertise for our. Somebody might know somebody that might know somebody that have what I'm looking for. So that is just it. Let's patronize ourselves. And I thank God things are changing gradually. People are patronizing themselves. I'm a very good example. I go into your to your DM. I see what you're selling. If I am interested, I'll buy. I'll ask for this, I'll ask for that, and God is helping. Eja patronize Arawa. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so very much. So on Monday we meet at 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 1 p.m. American Eastern time. Ejeka Berawa Laruge. God will help us. Thank you so very much. I love you all. Oluabi Abid Busi.